What am I supposed to do? I keep trying. I feel so stressed. I'm overwhelmed. I'm tired. Some days I feel good. Some days I feel bad. I just don't know what to do. I want to give up on myself. If this is you, welcome or welcome back. It's your favorite mental health specialist, Guidance. Let's just get straight into today's video. There are going to be times in your life where you're not going to be able to have control over certain outcomes, certain situations, and that is okay. It is normal. It is common for you to feel discouraged. It is normal. It is common for you to want to give up on yourself. It is normal and it is common for you to be frustrated, confused, or even feel lost because you may not have the support, the wisdom, the guidance, or you feel bad. You don't have what everybody else has. You're comparing yourself, right? So in order for you to get through these difficult times, you have to realize where you are and you have to learn how to accept what you've been through. You have to realize you are where you are right now based off of your previous choices. And nobody wants to acknowledge that, but that's the truth. In order for you to get through these difficult times, you have to realize how far you've come. You have to realize what you've been through already. And it's like nobody knows how you feel. So it's just like you have to validate your emotions. Like if you're mad right now, if you're frustrated, if you're not where you want to be, that's okay. This doesn't mean that this is the end all be all for you and that you cannot move forward from this situation. Now, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, the only way you're going to get over your situation and achieve your goals and be the best version of yourself is to keep pushing through. You keep have to showing up for yourself. You keep have to do the things that you don't want to do. Like you have to feel uncomfortable in the moment. You have to feel uncomfortable temporary in order for you to see long-term results, in order for you to see long-term success. And I'm speaking from experience. You have to take the time, energy, and effort to become disciplined, to do the tasks that are going to help you become the best version of yourself. And sometimes when you're doing things by yourself, it seems like it's taking forever, but it's like you don't have the finances, you don't have the resources, you don't have the guidance, you don't have the support. You made the certain choices in your past you weren't too proud of. You don't have to dwell on them. And as you're learning to push through these moments, you just have to self-reflect. It's really imperative for you to be isolated during this time. In order for you to get through difficult times, you have to realize what you went through previously. You have to validate how you were uncomfortable. You have to realize that, dang, I didn't know what I know now, but in order for my life to get better, I have to continue to stay focused. Like you just have to stay focused. You cannot look at anything that's outside of you. You can't worry about what people have to say about you, what they think about you. The people that are talking about you are a peanut gallery. They're in the same spot. They're not going to grow. When people are growing, they're going to apologize. They're going to change their behavior. They're going to admit when they were wrong, and they're going to apply the knowledge that they've learned, and they're going to keep moving forward. People that are still talking about you, that don't pour it into your success, that are not contributing it to you, F them, honestly. So it's just like when you're going through difficult times and you feel like giving up, you just have to isolate. You have to shut down. And sometimes you have to take your time. Like you don't have to rush to get to where you need to be in life. You do not have to run to your exit. You don't have to run to cross your finish line. All you have to do is continue to take each day for what it is. Like every single day, as long as you are showing up, as long as you're putting in the work, slowly but surely the results are going to speak for itself. And it doesn't matter how long it takes. Like you have to be okay with not having control over the outcome. If you are doing what you're wanting to do because you're choosing to do it, or you don't have a choice and you're passionate about it and you're working with what you have to appreciate that time, because it's nothing more that you can do. So like if you feel like giving up, you have to realize you're doing everything that you can. You're doing everything that you can. And sometimes in life, it's a journey. Like some journeys are short term, some journeys are long term. It depends on what you're asking for. It depends on what you want to experience. It depends on how you feel. And because you're the only person who knows how you feel, it shouldn't matter how long it takes you to get to where you need to be. Like it's okay sometimes that you feel like you don't have what other people have. But speaking from experience, comparing yourself to what other people have or what society says you're supposed to be doing isn't going to change your situation. Worrying about people, your peers, your coworkers, your family members who live certain lives, that's for them. Everybody's path and everybody's journey is different, including yours. And it's like when you go through trials and tribulations, when you have to solve problems by yourself, it's a lot. And a lot of people couldn't even fathom what you go through. Like, you have to start giving yourself a lot more credit. So in order for you to get through these difficult times, in order for you to not give up, you got to be proud of yourself. Like, I am proud of myself. When you see this video on your For You page, or when you come across it, save it, repost it, share it, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, make sure you're commenting down below, make sure you subscribe, and put in the comment section that you're proud of yourself. And I'm gonna make this into a shorter video in the real section, but you got to be proud of yourself. Like, I'm proud of myself. I know what I've been through behind the scenes. I know what I've gone through within the past year, the past 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Like, I know, and I'm not here to prove myself to anybody. I've never cared about how people felt about me in a negative way, because it's like, if you don't have nothing nice to say, if you're not trying to get to know me, if you're not trying to be patient, if you're not trying to understand me, if you're not trying to help me, if you're not trying to support me, if you're not going to allow me to be seen, if you're not going to allow me to exist, if you're not going to allow me to just be me, why would I be around you? Why are you going to be worried about what people think about you? We all have 24 hours in life, but we don't all have the same access. We all don't have the same resources. Like, you have to take your time doing what you need to do. You know what you need to do. And if you don't know, during the time that you self-reflect and you're internalizing what you went through in your past, and you're understanding how certain situations make you feel, you have to apply what you've learned. Like, you don't have to be stuck and stagnant. Like, the whole purpose of the journey of life is to learn. So in order for you to get through these difficult times, you have to learn the choices that are affecting you. You have to learn whether they were positive or negative, whether it was short-term or long-term. You have to learn from the choices that you weren't proud of. Because in order for you to be proud of yourself, you have to accept, at 20 years old, at 19 years old, at 18 years old, at 17 years old, or however old you were, you made certain choices and it wasn't helping you. It wasn't pouring into you. It wasn't uplifting you. It wasn't motivating you. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. Nobody who respects themselves, black, white, Asian, Hispanic, men, women, gay, hey, them, she, we, is going to judge you or make you feel bad. Nobody, you guys, I got my cup of water. I don't know if you guys could see. That's the reflection. Nobody's going to make you feel bad about figuring out who you are and being rerouted, having to start over, and going through the things that you go through behind the scenes. You got to give yourself a lot more credit. If you ever feel overwhelmed, you have to slow down. Like, that's it, because it's like you still have to show up. Because here's the thing, when you start a journey, when you go through trials and tribulations, you can't just stop. That's the thing. When you start anything in life, you cannot stop in the middle. Imagine you are in a war and you decide to go to a war. Rather, you were selected, right? Or you had to go to the war and you had to fight. Imagine being in the middle of a war and you just freeze. Like, you will die quickly, and that's not the goal. The goal is not to, like, it's an analogy, it's an example. It's not for you to get stuck. If and I think Steve Harvey said this, if you're walking through HE double hockey sticks, why would you stop? Why would you stop? Like, you have to keep going. You have to keep going. Like, you cannot stop. Like, you have to fight it out, and that's just what it is. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, you have to take breaks. Whenever you feel like you're just doing the most and you don't have the energy and you don't want to do it, you don't have to. You have to learn how to have balance, and it's really imperative for you to have structure in the schedule. So what I'm going to recommend for you, and I'm going to end off this video because I don't know if you guys can hear that loud noise in the background. I'm doing laundry. Is get a pen and get a paper and make a to-do list, or use your iPad, use your phone and your calendar in your note section, or pen and paper, and write down tasks that you can do daily to contribute to your goal. So if your goal is to clean your room, I want you to write down, clean one corner, clean your room in 30 minutes. Like, set standards, set goals that you know that you can realistically achieve. It's nothing wrong with having goals, but if you cannot achieve them, don't do them in a rush. Or if you want to achieve them and you know you can do them at a certain time, set a time. Discipline yourself. If you know that it's going to take you 2 days to clean your room, the first day you need to worry about cleaning the front of your room. The second day you need to worry about cleaning half of your room. If you have a goal to save money and buy a car, you need to set a time. 5 months to a year, every single month, you need to be making $100 or however much money you need to save up for your car. Like, we have to make goals that we can reach, that are not too far out, so they don't seem impossible or take time, energy, and effort. And when we don't feel like doing it, because maybe we're tired, maybe we, whatever it is, you're sick, or you just need some time to yourself, rest. Take your time. Like, if you can enjoy to do what it is that you're doing, you will slow down. You will realize it's only 24 hours in a day. You stressing yourself out, you burning yourself out, you worrying about why things are not happening right now doesn't mean it's not meant for you, and it's not going to change anything. So you have to slow down. You have to validate what you've been through. You have to learn what has happened to you. Apply what resonates. Even with this video, take what resonates, leave the rest, and keep it moving. But you're not going to be stuck or stagnant. You do have to keep moving though. So take breaks. Learn to work on a schedule that works for you. Don't worry about anybody else's time. Don't worry about any distractions. Continue to stay focused and show up for yourself. So if you have questions, comments, concerns, and this video resonates with you, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below. Subscribe. My goal is to reach 1,000 followers before the end of this year, and we're going to do that, okay? And if you have questions and comments, like, once again, comment down below if this video resonates with you. Share it, repost it. It's really important, you know, that the right people see this, like yourself. And if you want a one-on-one session, head to my website at tyguidancesomewhere.com. I really hope you guys cannot hear in the background. It's so loud and it's so annoying. That's why I'm trying to rush through this video. I'll make this video again in the future because this is a good video, a good topic, common question, right? But like, the timing was just not in my favor, and sometimes things are not going to be in your favor. You have to learn how to adapt to certain situations. So thank you for watching. I love you guys. Bye.